Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Sir Muhammad Sufyan, that our lecturer for SPS 135, Introduction to Kinesiology. My name is Mohamad bin Nazarudin, and I with my group members, and which consists of Azizul, Shafiq, Khalidah, and Amisha. Our presentation is all about Chapter 2, Cardiovascular System. I will start this presentation with an introduction. Okay, what is a cardiovascular system? Cardiovascular system, sometimes it called vascular blood, or it just called a blood circulation system, and it is came from heart. Heart is a muscle pumping device, and heart pump the blood to all organ through the blood vessel. In the heart also have the arteries, vein, and capillaries that control the entry and exit of blood into the heart. With this control, also blood can get the oxygen. As we know, an adult, the blood circulation was very important because to maintain a good hemostasis and cell environment, and blood circulation also take care of it. It depends to constant blood movement and control through thousands of capillary absorb every tissue, and is present in every cell in the body. And now I give the presentation to Azizul.
Today, I want to talk about structural anatomy of cardiovascular system. There are many parts of cardiovascular system. First, left atrium. What is the left atrium? The left atrium collects blood from the pulmonary veins and inject it into the left ventricle. Left ventricle. What is the left ventricle? The left ventricle pumps the oxygen-rich blood to the body through a long network of arteries. Third, right atrium. What is the right atrium? The right atrium is the first chamber of the heart to receive systemic blood from the body that is deoxygenated and high carbon dioxide, and the first chamber to receive oxygenated blood coming back from the lungs is the left atrium. Fourth, right ventricle. What is the right atrium? The right ventricle is the chamber in the heart which is responsible to pumping oxygen depleted blood to the lung. Imagine your blood start from the pulmonary veins. The function of pulmonary veins is to transfer oxygenated blood from the lung to the left atrium of heart. Then, the blood goes through the bicuspid. The bicuspid is separate the left atrium and the left ventricle. Then, the blood goes to the left ventricle. I already mentioned it just now. After that, the blood goes through the aorta. The function of aorta is the main artery that carry blood to the rest of our body, away from our heart. It travels through the aorta after the blood leaves the heart through the aorta valve, creating a cane-shaped curve that connects with other major arteries to deliver blood rich in oxygen to the brain, muscle, and the other cells. So, the blood from our body will go back to heart by superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava, which return deoxygenated blood from the body to the right atrium of the heart. Inferior vena cava is responsible for carrying nearly all venous blood deoxygenated back to the right side of the heart from oxygenated from the abdomen and lower body. Next, from vena cava, the blood go to right atrium, then go through the tricuspid valve. It open to allow blood to flow to the right ventricle from the right atrium. From the right ventricle, the blood from pump to pulmonary artery. They are responsible oxygenated blood to the heart from the lung and carry the deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lung. That's it for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Mohamad Nazir. Today I want to present about my topic, which is the function of cardiovascular system. Firstly, cardiovascular system refer to the heart, blood vessel and the blood. Blood contains oxygen and other nutrients which your body needs to survive. The body will take the nutrients that contain in the blood and at the same time will dump waste product like carbon dioxide back to the blood to remove them. The cardiovascular system is made by three parts, which is the heart, the blood vessel, and the blood that flow through them. The cardiovascular system function is to transport oxygen and nutrients throughout the body and removal metabolic waste like carbon dioxide. It also used to clothing open wounds, protection of the body by white blood cell, antibodies, and complement proteins that circulate in the blood and defend the body against foreign microbes and toxins. It also can be regulation of body temperature and transport hormones to target cell and organs. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my lecturer, I Alia Binti from SR 1133D4 would like to present my topic about the blood flow in cardiovascular system. The first one, the non-oxygenated blood will enter the heart through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, and the blood will accumulate in the right atrium, and they will flow to the right ventricle through the open aortic valve. And the non-oxygenated blood that accumulates in the right ventricle will flow to the pulmonary artery through the open pulmonary valve and will be carried to the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide in the blood will be replaced with a fresh oxygen, and the blood will turn to be the oxygenated blood. The oxygenated blood will be carried to the heart into the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. The blood that accumulates in the left atrium will flow to the left ventricle through the open mitral valve, and the blood will flow again to the aorta through the open aortic valve, and aorta will carry the blood to the whole body. In capillaries, oxygen in the blood will be replaced with the carbon dioxide, and the oxygen will be used by the body and as an energy producing chemistry, and the blood that entered by the carbon dioxide will turn to be the non-oxygenated blood, and the non-oxygenated blood will be carried to the heart, and the same process will be repeated. Thank you.
Thank you, Khalida, and now I'll be talking about abnormal condition of the heart. Cardiovascular disease are conditions that affects the heart's structure and also its function. For example, abnormal heart rhythm. Sometimes when the heart doesn't beat in a steady rhythm, which is supposed to be 60 to 100 times each minute, it means there is something wrong with the condition of the heart, because it is either beating too fast or too slow. Second, cardiomyopathies. This is the term for diseases of the heart muscles. They can be called as an enlarged heart. It means the heart cannot pump blood as well as it should, and this can also lead to heart failure. Next, congenital heart disease. This is a problem in one or more parts of the heart or blood vessels. It happens before birth, and usually children will get these diseases mostly. Genes may play a role, or it can happen when a baby is exposed to viral infections, alcohol, or drugs before born. The next is coronary artery disease. It's when the plaque builds up and hardens the artery and gives the heart vital oxygen and nutrients. That hardening is also called atherosclerosis. The next one is heart failure. This doesn't mean the heart has failed or stopped working entirely. It means that the heart does not pump as strongly as it should. When that happens, the human body will hold in salt and water, which will give swelling and shortness of breath. The next is pericarditis, a very rare condition, and it means the lining of the heart is inflamed. An infection often the cause of this condition. And lastly, stroke. A stroke can happen because of a blocked artery or a leaking of burst blood vessel. It needs immediate treatment to limit brain damage or other complications. So that's all for me. Thank you. And I will be passing back to Irfan.
Hi, thank you Amisha, and for conclusion is we need to taking a good care of your heart to avoid cardiovascular disease, and it's very important, and we need to work for it, and do not wait and just hope it. There are many other reasons and how to maintain a healthy heart. First, maintain a cholesterol and blood pressure. High cholesterol level increase your risk to get cardiovascular disease. So you need to maintain a cholesterol and blood pressure. With doing the more exercise, that you can burn your fat through the vessel of artery, and same with the high blood pressure, it can affect your overall heart. Besides a high risk for heart attack, stroke, and heart failure, you also can get a peripheral artery disease, angina, vision loss, and kidney disease for failure. Next, reduce the feeling of depression. Cardiovascular disease can increase your chance of feeling depressed. Depression can make you low energy, hard to sleep, and this can disturb your daily routine, and your life can get a lot of problems. And next, lower your risk of developing dementia. Dementia is a term of lost memory, language, problem solving, and other ability to think that are very bad to mix with a daily life. Next, about how to maintain healthy heart. Okay, first, follow a heart healthy diet. We need to eating more nutrition foods and avoid unhealthy fats from your diet. You can give a progress to heart. This also can reduce your blood and cholesterol levels and maintain your weight. Simple and healthy way. Eat more fruit, vegetable, and healthy fats, and limit your salt and alcohol intake. Next, always exercise. If you exercise regularly, it can reduce your stress and burn your unhealthy fat also. You need to do exercise around 150 minutes of physical activity every week. And next, you need to avoid smoking and the smokers. Smoking is one of the biggest factor to get a cardiovascular disease, and this also can affect the people near the smoker also. Cigarette smoke can give someone hard to inhale the oxygen. Always check up you need to always check up with your heart also. Next, always check up with your doctors. When you always check up with your doctors, you can aware with the progress, and this can help to know your blood pressure and cholesterol level. This also can help you to avoid dementia because you avoid unhealthy life. That's for all. Okay, thank you and sorry if all of us have any mistake, and stay safe. Bye.